from the whole her and Shaq breakup situation and all that stuff. This show is strictly supposed to, because I think it's called something about sisters. Where would I be without my sister in this? I think the title is all wrong, but it's something about I need a sister or something. But this show is supposed to strictly feature the dynamics of her and her sisters and trying to get along. And I think the age range is either 24 to 34 or 21 to 34. That's the age ranges between her and her sisters.
Yeah. So we
definitely... it's called It Takes a Sister.
Yeah.
I suddenly remember. As you can see, I can give a damn stuff.
Yeah, I should just stay with these shows. You know, they stay coming out with these shows for these people. So
that's the right. Oh, and I got some small tips for you guys. And I believe, even speaking in terms of reality shows, even now, supposedly, and this is allegedly, I don't want no problems, want no trouble, but like Michael Vick's mom and Alan Iverson's mom, supposedly they are taping a reality show as well. One of my good girlfriends is friends with them, and she had a cookout recently, and so she invited them, and they were like, well, can the cameras come? And she was like, no, they can't come up to my house. Can't be having these people run up on them into my house. So supposedly they are taping a reality show.
Wow.
Oh, Lord, I hope I ain't missed nothing, but supposedly they're supposed to be taping a reality show, and that's about, NFL, NBA players' mamas.
See, old women, y'all need to stay in y'all place. Stop starting around trying to catch up with these women. I'm talking about the AARP crowd, not the over. I'm talking about the AARP crowd, not you. You're okay.
No, I'm just like. That's my girlfriend said. They was like, well, can we break the camera? You don't want them coming up to my house.
So that's that right there. R&B Divas Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta, LA. The new season started. Already turning up. That's why I love Lil Mo. I'm gonna tell y'all, I love a ratchet girl who pronounces her words differently. She's very Baltimore, and now she's part Philly now too. She speaks Arabic. She doesn't say Arabic. She speaks Arabic because her boo thing is Muslim or whatever he is. He one of them oil sellers on the street. But she speaks a little Arabic now. And we saw the new season premiere the other night. You got Leela James up there and Chrisette Michelle as the two newbies since they kicked off Kelly Price and Dawn the Lion the Coward Richard, whatever her name is. No, Dawn Lewis. I'm thinking about Dawn from Danny King. But since they kicked them two off. Oh yeah, Dawn.
It was actually a pretty decent show. I don't know about this project that they're doing. I don't really know about this. This is something that has been pitched to Claudette Ortiz about basically creating a song to sing during Carnival.
On the float.
So we'll see how that goes. The storyline is typically always someone gets pitched. One of the girls gets pitched some type of project to do. They head up a project, and it's always, the drama is always going to be able to work together and pull this thing off at the time that we need to do it. So it seems like maybe, judging from the previews of what's going to go on later in the season, maybe Chrisette Michelle and Cynthia, a.k.a. Lil Mo, and have a little beef, have a little tip. And then as well as, I believe, Shantae Moore and Lil Mo. So, Lil Mo, a.k.a. Cynthia, your name keeps coming up out of my mouth, so it sounds like you are the common denominator.
Yeah.
And all of the foolishness that's going on the show, but it makes for good TV. I'm not mad at you, girl. Get your point.
And why was there only 7 people at Leela James' little listening party in that little teeny recording studio? Y'all know it can't be too many black people in one small space. So I know it's hot in there. Y'all got on leather coats and stuff. And
I didn't get that either. But again, to each his as well. She's the only one that has has a song on the radio, and then she has a new project that she's trying to get into. So, her whole dynamic to see is a little bit off with the rest of the cast.
But here's where the real shade
comes. Besides Lila James, and obviously she's promote her. I think this is her fifth album, so.
But here's where the real shade is gonna come in later in the season, though, because we saw a little preview for what's coming this season. So they were all in the studio, and Lil Mo says something to the effect that the only one of us that have a song on the radio is Chrisette Michele. Then Shantae Wolverine raised her hand. Miss Shantae's got a man. Last time I heard her song on the radio, and she wanted to raise her hand and say, I got one. Then she was like top 40 or something like that, and she was like on the radio. No, Lil Mo was like on the radio, and Shantae was like number 17 or something like that on Urban AC. And Lil Mo was like, I'm gonna check those charts. So.
Oh yeah, I did, touch that shade shit through. And again, Lil Mo, you are the and the shade going and the ratchetness and the hood rich stuff that's going on that show. Your name is repeatedly coming out of my mouth. You are the shit starter up there.
Yes. You've been getting a lot. Yeah, she's been getting a lot of promo from us, because we talked about her when she married, when she got divorced, and then when she was turning up with the new boxer dude, then when she turned up at Princess at the Essence Festival.
At the Essence Festival, yes. And I wonder, are they going to show the new boo? Because she, on the episode, she went to Claudia Ortiz's house, and they was like, they're like, well, what's been going on with you? And she was like, I grew my nails out. Like, that's the only thing that's been going on with you. And then she told him, well, I'm not wearing a ring. Or she told Claudia Ortiz, I'm not wearing a ring. She didn't really get into it. But when she first started dating this new guy, she was all over social media. She kept saying, tune in season 2, you'll see. The previews didn't show him anywhere up there. It did show them, show her talking to all 25 of her kids sitting in the jail. And telling them that, and I think he's the father to her baby. So, I guess they call him daddy, or whatever, since they all got, I don't know, he was telling them or explaining to them that, I guess, he's not going to come around as often when they're going to have to kind of get used to, I guess, the arrangements that they'll be making for him to kind of come in and out to see them and visit with them. So, we will keep on watching it for you people, because a lot of the shows are going off. So
yeah, and I gotta make this one statement too. Claudette Ortiz. Now I know y'all only had one song with City High. What would you doing? Only one album, and it didn't even go gold. But for someone with a low budget, you got a nice ass house, and I know it's not rented.
And everybody is saying that about her, but you have been homeless. You're doing it all right for yourself.
Yes.
Your homelessness is a totally different situation and a totally different circumstance than a regular homeless person.
I know.
So, and then for you not to be getting no child support, not to be getting no spousal support, you claim you ain't seen a coin or a check from these men in years. So, let me know what your secret is, honey.
I know. I wonder if White Club kicking off some of that Help Haiti money.
So what? So we will keep watching people and continue to report on what goes on.
Yes.
That's really all the shows besides I don't know if anyone watches Big Frida.
I keep missing Big Frida Big Bounce. Yeah, I keep missing the Queen of Bounce, but
yeah. No.
I will keep y'all we'll keep watching that for y'all on Fuse and stuff like that. Now, another thing we're going to talk about here on FNL real quick. Now, we have a lot of stuff that been going down in the basically in the legal department of everything. So we always gotta keep y'all with the legal report, because everybody always getting in trouble somewhere. You know, we talked about Apollo Nida, and there's other people that's been turning up and messing up too in these streets. So, real quick, Omarion. Now, I'm never gonna play the cue for him right now, but Omarion was arrested and hauled off to jail for failure to show up in court. So, law enforcement tell TMZ that the singer was tooling around the San Fernando Valley late Friday morning when he was stopped for running a stop sign. Y'all know they don't play with no stop signs out there. So the officer ran his license and found there was a warrant out for his arrest for failing to appear in court on an earlier traffic ticket. Ain't it real in these streets? So he was cuffed away and taken to jail. And he's being held on a $20,000 bail. Now.
And when I read that, I said, you know what? That's a shame before God. Do he even have $2,000 to his name? Who in the hell gave him out on a $20,000 bail?
It may have been the Maybach music boss himself, Ricky Ross. But he's trying to take care of them two little kids that's out here fighting right now, Meek Mill and Wale. So I'm pretty sure he got to take care of this little girl, getting him out of jail. But Omarion, for a traffic ticket, $20,000 bail. That means you got. I
thought that was the craziest thing I had ever read in my life.
Yeah, so that means it might be more than traffic tickets if you got warrants out for that like that. Cause a little traffic ticket here and there, you just go to a little traffic school real quick, get the points taken off your record, and you good to go. But I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying another thing. But
you had time to report on Columbus Short and his response.
Yes.
What happened earlier this month with his arrest?
So y'all know. I'm gonna give y'all the backstory again on Columbus Short, because y'all know I like to talk about him a lot, because he made a new game that I like to try to get it taken off, get on the market and stuff like that. But after this other Russell Neal situation, I don't think that's gonna be happening anytime soon. But Columbus Short, back in February, him and his wife Tanice Short, he assaulted her and threatened to kill her and himself when they played the game of Truth or Truth. Then he got in a bar fight in March, which resulted in a $1 million lawsuit. He got fired from a show on Scandal. Then I told y'all about on July 4th, when we did that Saturday edition of the show, the next day that he was in a bar fight in Texas. Somewhere. Yeah, I think it was Texas, something like that. Yeah, he was in Texas at the Katie Troll Ice House bar. So here's what happened. He did an interview with Access Hollywood, because y'all know he don't got nothing to promote anymore. So, and all the DVDs for Stump the Yard are, off the market already. So here's what he said on that bar fight on July 4th. He said, "I was involved in no fight. I was with a group of people that were eating. I went to the bathroom and came back, and there was an altercation ensuing. I guess the cops thought I was somebody involved in the situation. They grabbed me up. By the time I was on the ground, I said I apologized to the officers later. I said some pretty choice words." Then on the bar fight back in March, there comes a time when you have to exercise patience, and sometimes you get yourself into situations where you don't realize that people are actually testing you. People are actually provoking you.
You left out one detail, because he also stated when he came out the restroom and he saw this fight basically already brewing, he talked as if the cops had already gone over to handle the situation, and he jumped in and was like, whoa, let's break it up. Why the hell did you get yourself involved if the cops were already there handling it? Because that's the way I interpret it, and that's the way I understood it. He said when he came out the bathroom, it sounds as if the fight or the altercation was already going on. It sounds as if the cops had already stepped in to break it up, and then he said, whoa, something about let's break it up, and then that's when they pretty much then turned around and arrested